Hey, happy Sunday. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Spending some time out at the park. Yeah. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. How's everyone feeling today? Hey, sunshine. How is your Sunday going? You treating yourself well today and every day? Take some time out for yourself. I know one thing, these flies out here. And I'm sending that love right back to you. Psh, I'm doing great. I'm out at the park, just getting out the house because sometimes being too still, trying to play tricks on you. And we gotta shake that up. So I'm doing great. Today is a great day. Every day, is a great day. Wow, really? And I hope you get from it all that you need to get from it, cleanse from. Yes. Did you make it yourself or is it something that you purchased? It helped me understand, how do you stop the ingredients from going down? Do you like just use like down the drain? Do you use a strainer? I've only just used Himalayan salt. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've only used Himalayan salt because I don't know. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. Excited for you. Those are some things I'm going to get into putting together myself. But I know when I use the Himalayan salt, I feel so like light, open. You're very wise. You're very wise. You're very wise. You know why? Because that is so smart. I've always only thought of or seen with the I don't ingredients, with it open and it's just like oranges in the tub and things like that. For real, that's smart. That's smart. And I always wonder like that is a lot of basil or a lot of lavender, like, but I know that there's a way that people are able to um, filter it out. I'm sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That's very smart. I'm going to jot that down. Came prepared. I got my little notebook here because I don't know. I feel like Spirit is setting me up for some. Thank you so much for some great interactions. So I brought my notebook and I'm going to write that down. That's good stuff. Yeah, just letting those that are meant to be here come on in. Those that are not meant to be here, do pass on. I appreciate the love. Sending it right back. Sending it right back. I appreciate the love. Anything new? Anything amazing? Even if it was a free few extra fries in your bag if you eat fries. Welcome in to those that are joining, coming on in. Take a seat, take a load off, let your mind be free. This is a safe space to just woosah. Much love and light and prosperity and abundance to you. I appreciate you and your energy and just coming in and show some love. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Welcome in to those that are coming in. Chilling at the park. Hope everybody's day is magical. Hope you're treating yourself well. Putting you first. You know? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday. How's everybody feeling today? How's your Sunday going? How's your weekend been? Tell me something good. Tell me something good. Welcome in, welcome in. Tell you one thing, these flies ain't no joke out here. Welcome in. That girl Josette. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Blessings to you, peace and blessings to everybody in the room. And if you haven't been experiencing that up to this point, I hope that after this, peace will be still in your life. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm here, glad to hear that you're doing great. I'm out here at the park, you know. I would say getting some sun, but I'm under like a pavilion. So just enjoying being out, listening to the birds, you know. Thank you all for the likes. Thanks for tapping on that screen, sharing this energy with me. Thank you for being here. Because you could definitely be anywhere else. So that is a very aggressive fly. You could be anywhere else, but you're here with me and I'm here with you. Just giving some time and space for those that are meant to be here. And those that are not meant to be, they can pass on through, you know? Is it a time for celebration? For somebody in the room, for everybody, all 5 of us? Somebody celebrating something? Share it with the room. Let us know so we can celebrate you. And period. As you should. Yeah, we can answer some questions at some point. Just, right now I'm just, getting comfortable. I just got here to the park not too long ago. But if you're here, if you're still around, I got you. One thing I'm learning during that process of expectancy, it's definitely a time to be patient, but patient with a knowing, like not waiting or being patient and like blessings, peace and blessings to you, Mystic. Not waiting anxiously, but waiting in the knowing, walking in that authority. I have to remind myself every day, what you will, it already belongs to you. I keep getting the feel of like, when you go to a restaurant and you order, you put your order in. You're not like, oh my gosh, could you hurry up? Could you order my drinks? Could you hurry? You like, what's coming. You're patiently just waiting, chatting it up, doing something else until it gets here, right? So in the meantime and in between time, busy yourself. So you're not, because then you're like existing in the energy that is not here, And that kind of like is counteractive to what you will. At least for me, that's what That's the energy I'm in right now. Listen, me, Mystic, I'm in my own lane. My life could not be better. And that's being 100% honest with you. I'm invisible to the things of this physical world. I mean, I do see that, I'm not ignorant to the things of the world, but, this is just another confirmation to that Ten of Cups, that new begins. And the thing is, I know TikTok, at least my timeline, my For You page is flooded with, it's here, it's close, it's here. And I just be scrolling so fast, like, but, the cards don't lie. They don't. I'm just a messenger. The cards do not lie. This is like, shiny and new. And I get the energy of like, finally, finally, I'm able to touch it. It's not just in the spirit realm. It's like finally here. Listen, I get sick of it, Mystic, all right? I do. I'm not going to lie. But it doesn't stop it from being true, And I always have to go back and remember the blessings of yesterday. Literally sometimes of yesterday. That brought me to the point where I am right now. So, yeah, sometimes, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes it gets a little annoying. So I do things like this, and I'll say, you know what? I'm going to get dressed and spend some time with my TikTok folks. Within weeks, within reach is what I heard. Within reach. I saw that before I saw weeks. Within reach. But we have to be grateful for the coins we find on the ground. The things that we consider to be like minute and small, those things are evidence of abundance all around us. It's not always the grandiose, So them coins I find, I open my car door, they be right there. They be right there, on the ground. And I just show just as much gratitude for that penny as I would for $100, $1,000, because it's all equivalent. We put the value on. Oh, thank you so much. I just cut it again like a couple weeks ago. Now I'm lying, probably a month ago. I'm so horrible with perception of time. Thank you so much. But I know that it's a lot of us in the same space and time right now. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you. See, I knew the right people would come along. And that same energy right back to all of you. That same energy. I started out with 300 and something people in here. Do it, okay? I've had locks. My locks was down to here. I've had the cut that all the women had at one time a couple years ago, where it was like cut short around here and just the top, like straight or however. Hair is hair, and it's going to grow back if that's what you choose. Mine grows back, and I chop it off again. It's like, this to me is considered long. Like I really, I'm going to cut it soon, probably in the next couple days. But if that's, and you don't know, even when I had locks, people are like, oh, I'm going to try it. I don't know how it will look. You won't know. This is just my experience. You won't know, one, until you do it. Two, once you walk with your crown straight, people are going to feel it. You give the energy. You give that energy out. But if it's like, unsure, or those kind of things. That's the energy you're getting out. So you're going to get that kind of same response. Yeah, I cut mine at the time. I was under a lot of stress. This is years ago. I haven't had my locks for a while. I grew them for like 7 years, I think. And I cut them. And my daughter, who's now, she's 21, she has locks. And she's like, I want us to grow our hair at the same time. And I cut my hair this time. She was like, I mean, I know that's what she wanted, but I want us to have locks at the same time. Well, that's not my testimony, sis. Because that beginning phase that you go through, listen, I wet my hair, throw some conditioner up in this bad boy, some oil, and I'm out. I don't even have a brush. When it's tight in the back, like closer than this, I just use my hand, and I'm out the door. Like, but everyone, does what is best for them, what makes you feel beautiful, I appreciate you, beautiful queens, goddesses and gods that's in the room. Yeah, I had just had my son at the time. I just had my son. I was married at the time. He was born in May. It was hot. I was stressed. I went to the person who kept him up for me and cut him off. And my hair felt so... my hair felt so light. And, I say, give anything a try once. That's within your, I won't even say level of comfort, because it's outside of your comfort zone that you grow and expand. So I'm not even going to say that. Just try things once at least. And your hair grows back. You can always get braids, let your hair grow back a little bit, get some braids. If you're into wigs or weaves, there's always ways around it, Yeah. And then, like, around the nape of my neck, like, it's very thin. Okay, this is the second time this car has come out. Something on pause. I feel on pause. I cut my hair low. Yeah. Listen, I always say, living la vida loca. That's my new motto. I say every so often. I just live. I just do. It don't have to make sense to nobody but you. And sometimes even then it's like, why am I doing this? I don't know. But you feel the nudge or the freedom in that thought to do it. Just do it. Maybe a lot of conflict. 43 now, on it out. Yeah. Girl, listen. Yeah. People, when they wear wigs, more power to them, and, that's your thing, but it has to be. My mom wears wigs, and that's the first thing, taking her wig and taking her teeth out are the two things when she come home. It's like she how, like, a lot of us doing okay. Spirit must have something for you. Spirit must have something for you. Yeah, that heat down south is it's a different type of heat. It's a different type of heat. Spirit goddess, live your life is what I'm hearing. You gotta live. Just live your life. Hey. That's what it's like. The song. I don't even know what that's from. Oh, Rihanna. Just live your life. Ain't got no time for no haters. Just live your life. Yeah. Don't let nobody tie you down or keep you, like, second guessing yourself. Yes. Listen to me when I tell you something. I mean, I wasn't married for 11 years. I was married for 6 tumultuous years. I mean, to this day, now that I've been divorced now for, I don't know, 10 years or so, but to this day, he makes decisions because we share children. You know, he tries to make my life miserable. And it took me time to, like, take my power back. But, yes. And, you know, I'm not knocking anybody that, you know, is married or desires to be married or anything, you know, but I just, sometimes people, relationships, things are not meant to last forever. Like, they are for a time, whatever that time may be. Yeah. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes it's just for that time. And then God's Spirit allows, you know, situations to arise that, listen, I left 4 months pregnant in the middle of a blizzard because, and I dumped out a toy bin and I put in there what I could and I was out. Now, I might have went back after that. No, that was the last time. That was the last time. You deserve to be at peace. You deserve to have joy. Everyone here, all 6 of us, 7 including myself, you deserve to, and a lot of times sorry, these flies out here, but they got these little fly traps, so it could be a lot more than what it is right now. You know, a lot of times we stay in situations or stay in places or with things to save face because of what the outside would view us as. Me, I grew up in a Christian family, Christian household, praise team, you know, all that stuff. And I stayed in a marriage because that's what the Bible said to do. No, 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 no. And no one, listen, high five to you. Yes, new beginnings. Yes, yes. Listen, everyone that is here, including myself, all 7 of us, I know that we're all, you know, whoever else, I mean, I know I'm sweet. I mean, come on, come on. Yeah. It's the same for me. I was in a relationship now, I don't know how long ago, 2 years ago, that was, you know, I don't like to use titles, but I feel like it was a twin flame situation. And that was the most passionate and toxic situation I had ever been in. And I stayed in it for 3 years. And towards the end of the relationship is when I started like going within, not knowing nothing about a spiritual journey. I told you I grew up, you know, going to church all my life. And that relationship catapulted me into a life I never knew existed. Okay? And that's where I am today. So, you know, trust the process, trust yourself. That's what I'm learning for myself. Trust in myself and like not staying in places and spaces that don't feel good. It's like literally that simple. If it does not feel good, I have to go. Same from birth. From birth. And Spirit slowly started moving me out of church. It took a couple years, like 2 or 3 years, started slowly moving me out of church because God wanted me to see that I'm bigger than what the box that they put me in. I feel like Christianity, I was in a fishbowl. Now I'm in the ocean and it's beautiful. I'm exploring and seeing things that I would have never seen, you know, had I stayed under that umbrella of Christianity. And there's no knock to anyone, please, never. I am Right. Right. No knock to anyone. If that's what you choose for yourself, it's no knock to it. For you. You know what I'm saying? No knock to it for you. But Spirit has shown me higher heights and deeper depths in the best way that I could have ever experienced. Yes. High five to you. Yes. Even spirituality can, people can have it, what am I trying to say? People can try to give it a religion-esque feel. No, I don't have to look a certain way. I don't have this right here, all this stuff, these are not like, oh, if you're practicing spirituality, you have to read cards, you have to do, no. Your walk is your walk, your path is your path. Yours will not look like mine will not look like yours, but a lot of the lessons are the same. But Spirit speaks to us in a way that resonates with us as individuals. So I can't tell you, oh no, that's not how it's supposed to go. Like, what? There's no cookie cutter here. There's no cookie cutter here. I do what makes my heart and my soul happy, where joy comes from. I've been listening to this Yolanda Adams song today. I can't think of it now, but she says, bring what's deep inside your heart to the light. And that's what I'm doing right now, being on TikTok with you guys. After listening to it for the third time, I said, you know what? Instead of sitting in this house, I'm going to put some clothes on and I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to go live and I'm going to, exchange some good love and energy with whoever is meant to be on the live. And a lot of times when you do things, because as I'm walking up to figure out where I'm going to sit, I get all set up, I got dressed. No, is it? And I would have had my other phone, but I don't have it. I'm going to try to think of it. I can't think of the chorus right now. Keep the dream alive, don't let it die. When something deep inside keeps inspiring you to try. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up on you. Sometimes life will place a stumbling block in your way, but you gotta keep the faith and bring something like that. I know you get me. I ain't gonna be out here singing all loud in front of these people and in front of y'all. I'm so grateful that y'all are here with me. I'm going to pull a few soulful woman cards for the room. If there happens to be any male counterparts in the room, same energy applies, but the message is coming from these soulful women. I wish I had my other phone, because if I try to go out on here, it's going to pause. It's going to pause it. I'm trying to think of it. Never give up. Yes. Yolanda Adams. Don't never give up on you. Soulful women, can we have a message for these beauties that's in the room? Some encouraging words. Clear message for those that are in the room. Number 43, embracing change. Embracing change. With every loss, I understand that something new is about to be birthed beyond what I can imagine. Wasn't we just talking about that? Embracing change. So some new beginnings are here for all of us. Clear message for the four beauties that are in the room. Yes, I love the imagery on these cards. Number 4. No, these files are disrespectful. My creative power. As I invest in my own creative potential, I experience my female creative genius. You see, she's surrounded. I always look at, these, whether it's water, whatever comes up on a car, as being protected all around. The moon might be significant, maybe, some daughters of the moon in here. I'm a Cancer sun, but the sun is ruled by the moon. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Right now, I'm just in I brought my little pad out, and just in the preparation phase. Like I have, I've already started on a smaller scale, like making jewelry. I don't have any of it on right now. Why is there a cardinal right here at the freaking park? Can you see it? Can you see that? A freaking cardinal? At the park? Yes. Somebody's loved ones are checking in on you. Number 10, anger as my sacred ally. I listen to the messages within my anger and use it as a positive force for good. And that's what I'm saying. During this time, yes, listen. Nothing in life ever is by chance, okay? Ever. From the biggest to the smallest, never, never. But that's what I was saying. During this time of transformation, and things are not connecting the way that we think they should connect, a lot of times that can bring frustration and, ill feelings. And I always say, that's a good time to like take a nap or to busy those thoughts. I always picture, like I said, going to a restaurant. A new thing, a new wineskin. What's that? A wineskin? Teach me something. Self-belief, number 6. Self-belief is the magic key that opens up a better, more inspired future for me. Okay? Okay? What she needs is right in her hand. Okay? Believe in yourself. Never give up. Listen. Never give up. Let things give, the universe, God, spirit, time to move things around. It takes time. It takes time. The power of support. And I said, when I see things all around, to me, this lets me know that you're guided and protected. I am grateful for all the love and support I receive. That red cardinal. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, I love it. Yes, so true. New beginners, new wineskin. Yes. And he is back. Listen to me when I tell you, Homeboy is back. I am grateful for all the love and support I receive. It is the most precious of life's gifts. So this cardinal is coming to let you know that you are not alone, that you are protected, that you can rest and be easy, that this is not a time to rush things like in the most perfect way. Things are unfolding. It's in the unfolding that where you live, where you enjoy life, not focused on how the outcome or the how. Ah, okay. You know what? And my daughter always says that. How do we know the gender of things? I always, okay. Listen, and she is back. Okay. I don't know how to flip the. Can you see her over there? I don't know how to flip the camera when I'm on the thing, and I'll be done messed stuff up. Listen, and I'm going with it. Okay. I'm going with it. That is the message. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your knowing. And in what feels like the gaps between manifestations or messages, walk like you know. Walk it's already done. Not that it's coming to me. It's already here. We just have to meet up. Yes. Feminine law of attraction. I love the creative adventure that is my life. I celebrate myself as a female creator. It's all in your hands. And this cardinal is not going anywhere. Come over here. Come say hi to your people. It's all within you. It's all within you. Inner wellspring. I have an inner wellspring of love that luxuriously overflows with abundance. Listen to me when I tell you, the cards do not lie, okay? The cards don't lie. Look at all ancestors. Support your support. Spirit. Surround it. Surround it. And she can close her eyes and walk in faith because she knows that everything always works out in the best way possible. It always works out. Somehow, some way, even if I don't understand it, even if I don't see the how, I don't even worry about the how. And people that know me think I'm losing it. And that's good. Because I tell them that you're able to witness a miracle. I have retired myself. Spirit has retired me last year. Bees coming out. Spirit has retired me last year. Yep. May 21st was a year that I have physically had to work for an outside. Yes. And it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because we're used to walking in a certain way or being perceived by people in a certain way. And I moved after that relationship. I was moved 3 hours away. I thought I was being moved out there. I was going for a job. I got a promotion at the job I had at the time. 3 months into being there, I was being nudged to quit. That ain't what you're telling me to do. It's only me and my daughter that's living there in upstate New York. You are not telling me to quit this job. Yes. And that year, we just moved back out here to, I'm from Jersey, but we're in Delaware right now. Yeah. But during that period, during that year, from the time that, because I ended up getting fired a month later. because because I was new to spirituality. You know, I was very new, and oh, I was in Albany though. Yeah, up there, my first winter, my whole car was covered literally in snow. Like literally, it was only the top of the windshield wiper sticking out because I had them sticking like up. Yeah, but it was. I will say that during that year, so once I got fired from that job, unemployment, everything, nothing was working out. I didn't have unemployment. Public assistance didn't work out. Yes, and that's I had to get out of there. I had to get out of there. So it was literally me and God. Like food, I wasn't paying rent, but I never got no eviction notices. Yeah, the landlord was asking, and I am only going to tell you that I don't have it. And I just was surrendering to the process. Oh, and look what this surrendering. Shut your mouth. I honor the truth and surrender as it opens me to gifts of divine grace. Listen to me when I tell you, you are in the right place. And do you notice a lot of these cards, their eyes are closed because it's none of their business. Their only job is to surrender, to let the things that are happening around me happen and trust and don't freak out. Just know that I am heavily protected. I'm heavily loved. I'm adored by my ancestors, by my spirit guides. Trust and don't doubt. Listen to me when I tell you, trust and don't doubt is something I had to tell myself every single day during that cocooning phase, is what I call it, for a year and a half. I never had my lights cut off. Now my daughter and I, we might have went a day or two without no food, right? But even in that, because God shut everything down. Before I left to move there, I just was being led to like make jewelry. I had never done that before. I was never the creative type, painting and all that. That was not. I was a strong woman. Okay, I was a strong woman, and I worked and I did what I needed to do. That was me. So I never had time to like be in feminine energy and receive. Receiving was so weird for me. And all these things God used during that year and a half to break away, to like chip down all the things that society and experiences, had me all covered up in. And it's still a process every day. It's still a process. But I remember one time at night, going for a walk, me and God, and I said, I was just like, I know you did not bring me this far to have us starve or to get evicted. This is like a legit conversation. And I heard, you just like those Israelites. Now, if you don't know the story about the Israelites that were free from Egypt, from bondage and slavery, Moses, the parting of the Red Sea, they on the other side. Really, and these are the things that spirit is getting me into. Ritual. Okay. I'm gonna. Mystic. I feel like Oh, you have 3,033 likes. Did you know that? I mean, followers or something. It happened too fast. I just saw 3,033. But yeah, so in the Israelites, when they were freed from bondage, now they're free. Things was not happening for them the way that they were used to when they were in bondage. They ate. They were as far as they know they were taken care of. So now they're free, but things are not happening the way that they're used to. So now they're murmuring and complaining. And God told the people, like, this time during the day, go out and I'll have manna fall from heaven. But it's not to be stored. It's not for you to take in and save it for later. It's for right then and there. Because if you try to save it, it's going to go bad. So they had to trust that every morning or whenever he said, or the birds will fly low so you can eat. So when he told me, I was acting just like those Israelites, because now I'm free. Now I'm not in bondage of Christianity, or just living how people living under that in a way that's comfortable for other people to digest me. No, now you're free. Now you're complaining because I had to learn. I had to learn. That year and a half really was it really was a mother. Spirit goddess, stop. That is what I am learning. Those are the things that I'm learning right now. Listen to me. When I tell you that there is no mistakes and we're already friends, please, if you have any suggestions on books that I can read, herbalist books, because the few that I looked up at the time when I was in New York, the library, they were always out. And at the time I didn't have, money to like buy them or anything. So like, I don't know if you probably can't see, but right here, I have like alopecia or Rita. I'm experiencing it. It's like one spot right here. And I know that God has allowed me to experience it so that I can do my thing with it. And I don't need to get no needle in my head because I rebuke that. Yes, listen. I started off with 300 something people in this live, and I just chilled because I knew that those that are meant to be here will be here, and those that are not will. Well, no, I'm not on any medication. I'm not under any stress. My sister had it. She experienced it too years ago. She was in a terrible car wreck. And she had it two separate times. One time she was under a lot of stress. The second time she said she wasn't, or she didn't realize she was stressed. Me, I'm living on a lazy river of life. There's no reason for me to be stressed, to be honest. And when I cut my hair down, my barber told me, and I didn't, when I was in upstate New York, I didn't get my hair. That's what made me grow my hair back recently, because I wasn't just letting anybody cut my hair. So I waited. I didn't get a haircut for a year and a half until I came back down this way. And the first time I got it cut, he told me that I had it there. So it's been a baby probably like a month now. I think I've had 2 haircuts. So yeah, I say about a month and a half. Really? Yeah. See, and I don't really I don't tell my mom, or I did talk to my sister about it because she experienced it, but I know she got those needles in her head, and that ain't my testimony. Um, and I'm just patiently waiting until the time is right to. Now I did experience some, which I learned that all my life I have been experiencing hypoglycemia. Listen, spirit guidance, and it's possible, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I did a little research, my pad here. I did some research, on causes and things like that, and my body. And I'm 43. I'm about to be 44 next week, y'all. My birthday's on Saturday. Um, and I know my body's going through changes, and one of them could have been one of the possibilities was like leading up to menopause and all that stuff. All I know is ain't no needle going in my head. And the spot is not getting any bigger. I rub it and I speak over it that my hair grows evenly and healthy over my whole head. I do that, every day, a couple times. Whenever I thank you. Whenever I, touch my head and I feel it, I'm going to screenshot that. I love it here. Thank you. Thank you. This is one that came out while I was talking. A time of fallow. Creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and honored my time of fallow. And I learned that a time of fallow is like downtime. Speaking your truth, speaking up for yourself, which was something that was very difficult for me up till my rebirth. And even still is something that I work on. Just setting boundaries and being okay with not caring what people think or how they feel. That was always my thing. This is some Florida water that I made that has I don't even know what made me just. It's been sitting there the whole time, but it's all natural. Everything in it is natural. Listen, Spirit is doing some amazing things, and I'm just grateful for the time of freedom to be able to tap into that creative energy. Because before, I was working or sleeping, literally. Okay, but it took. I always tell people to be patient with yourself. That even having that scarcity mindset, and that is around money, that's around relationships. I'll tell women, lean back. Fat Joe said it best. Lean back. Let them lean up. Like, But this was all during that year and a half of cocooning. That Spirit had to really work on me. And someone that I know was talking about energetic codes. That's different than them Grabavoy codes. Yes, 100%. Look, self-renewal. Everything that is being done with the 4 people, 5 including myself, everything that you're doing in your life right now, you're making the choices that are best for you. And that's being on the right, you're on the right path. As I clean out old energies, I have more space for that which wants to be birthed into my life. This is all confirmation for everything that is being talked about. How peaceful she is, just admiring flowers, admiring what's around her. We are here for a purpose. We are all here to do more than, and listen, if you're working on a 5, no disrespect to you because you're doing what you need to do. And so you're doing what you're doing, spirit goddess, you're doing what is best for you. These are all just confirmation. You see, everyone that I picked up had flowers in it. Some type of plant. But we're not created to be in a hustle and bustle. We're not. But that mindset, it took time for me to not be in panic mode, not be in survival mode, because that's what I have been up to 2 years ago. Yes. It just takes time, but be gentle with yourself, Be gentle with yourself. Grow in grace. It's not going to all change overnight. And I'm going to tell you, when I first started this journey, when this journey was first revealed itself to me, I was thinking, I manifest today $1 million tomorrow, which could be possible. I would never limit anyone. I would never limit that. But I didn't realize that, in order to sustain the blessings that come along, you have to be changed from the inside out. So affirmations are good, yes. Speaking over yourself, retraining your subconscious mind, but if in your heart you really are thinking I don't deserve that, or you still have those second guesses, it's going to counteract what you're telling yourself. So I had to understand my relationship with money. I wrote a letter to money, okay? I wrote a letter to money, money is my homegirl, because she is. And whatever my reality was, that I let other people dictate my relationship with it, because I grew up, money don't grow on trees. Money is, my mom is a single mother of 5. Money is tight, poverty. You know, that's what you see, hardworking people that's always broke. And no. And now look at me. I haven't literally clocked in. I have not used my alarm one time in a year. I haven't clocked in anywhere over a year. Well, it's like a year and a month. And I live freely. Somebody one time asked me, did I want to go? This is the second time this card is coming up. Because this is the most important part to everything. Is like just putting your hands up like you're on a roller coaster. And just let things fall away, but they're going to be rebuilt even better. They're going to be replaced even better. Listen, and it will blow their minds because this is going back to the way that things were. It's going back to the way things were, especially here in America, Lord. I just saw somebody make a TikTok saying that, you know, midwives and doulas have been replaced with doctors. You used to give birth in a room full of women. Now you're giving birth in a room full of men with white coats on. That's not how it's supposed to be. And we look to this system for help when it's not meant to help us. It's not built to help us. And I mean, as a human race, it's not built to help us. It's built to keep you distracted and chasing after things that is not, you know, not saying it's not attainable, but let me choose what I want to be responsible for. Let me make that decision. Having a home, you know, but the American dream tells you the bigger the house, the more successful. The more expensive the car, the more respect you get. I don't need that from anybody. Now, don't get me wrong, because I do want a Jeep Wrangler. That is my vehicle. But I'm not going to have any payments. So, you know, very much so, condition. Very much so. Listen, you in the right room with the right people, with the right beings, with the right knowledge. And I'm so grateful that everyone is spending some time here with each other, with me with you. It's a beautiful thing. If I could just be in an RV and travel the country and go from you know, what do they call those RV parks or whatever? That would be ideal for me. At least for a time. Thank you for the follow. Unless you're following me back. And it takes time. This is the thing. It takes time. It takes time to get to that point. Because, you know, we've been, at least for me, I've been in the working world, you know, since, I don't know, 15, 16. And it took time for me to understand that a paycheck is one resource that source uses to give you what you need. One resource. If God or spirit is everywhere at the same time, we don't have to depend on that one resource. But you have to just be patient to let things fall into place, you know? Yes, and Wi-Fi, yeah. Yes. Listen, somebody asked me that I want to go to Vegas. I had never flown before up to this point. This just happened last month. Asked me that I want to go to Vegas, and within a week, I had everything I needed, clothes-wise and stuff, to be able to go on a trip and do something that I had never done before. And that's what I mean, you know, that's what life to me is about. Doing the things that make me feel good, surrounding myself with the people, places, and things that, you know, we're uplifting each other, we're helping each other. But the thing is, had I been the person I was 2 years ago, I kept my family has been on so many family trips. It started off with us going to Virginia Beach as a kid when I was a kid. Then it grew. My family's been to Hawaii. They, um, took different trips. I held myself back from every trip because of money, because I was afraid if I give you money for this trip, and my uncle, rest in peace, Uncle Phil, if I give this money now, I may need it for something else later. Worrying about tomorrow when tomorrow's not even here. And I missed out on a lot of fun things with my family because of my mindset. And I was like just holding on to money so tight. Still struggling, still, I was holding on to money so tight. And God said, no more of that, no more of that. You attract abundance because you are abundant. It's like literally that simple. It is, yes. It is. Shedding the old, becoming the new, being the new. Being the new. Yeah, these cards keep coming out, all the same type of messages. Is things that have been, you've been in planning mode. You've been in planning mode. Right? And these things that are coming to you, you are there. The time is coming where you're going to reap, where we are reaping the bounty of what we've been putting our time into and our energy into planning. It's just being patient during this phase. Being patient and knowing that the things that you're writing down, the things that you're journaling, writing in your diaries about, they're already yours. They're already in our possession. And the people that are existing in this physical world, and this is all they know, to them it sounds like, what? Well, if you already have it, like I'm not here to like change your mind. I only tell them, just sit back and watch. Just watch. Here, a message for the 4 collectors that are here. When they say king and queens, this is really just the energy of your energy. This is not necessarily male and female. But this is representing you. Balanced, very firm in who you are, and emotionally balanced, or working on balancing your emotions. Being very solid in who you are. And letting go of the people, places, and things that don't support this. Knowing your worth, knowing who you are, and letting go of those that don't support that don't align with that. Seeing the beauty in yourself, knowing that you are the one, okay? Knowing that you're the one, and that it's time to celebrate yourself. Absolutely. Mystic, that is key. Surrendering and taking your power back and celebrating yourself. And it doesn't have to be accomplishments. It doesn't have to be celebrating. It's just celebrating that you are here. Just that you get to look in the mirror, just celebrating your existence. That's it. You don't have to be nothing special. Very solid. Very solid. Stable and sturdy. And that comes from within. That comes from within here. Three, four, five is the numbers at the top of these cards. 3, 4, 5. Elevation. It's not an accident. Listen, it's an. I'm gonna say it's not an accident. I'm gonna say no, it's not an accident. It's a song by Mary J. Blige I listen to sometimes. I used to listen to it every morning, but I don't really anymore. It's called Amazing, and she said every day is my birthday. Bring the cake in. Yes, every day is my birthday. I feel good. I feel great, man. I feel amazing. Listen. Trust yourself. Trust the process. And be okay with letting people go. That's a big thing. It's like being okay with. I just always never wanted to hurt anybody's feelings. Even though I'm not happy, but like how am I going to put you higher than me and do things that make you feel good while I'm miserable? That don't add up. That does not add up. But I did it. And now people are like, just calling me selfish and, yep. Self-full. I'm full of myself. But not in a cocky, conceited kind of way. Just knowing that I am in control of my happiness, as are you. So if what I'm experiencing does not feel good to me, I gotta go. It's literally that simple. That's jobs. Before I went to the job that relocated me, I tried, because my background is working with individuals with special needs, children mostly, and I needed a break, like a mental break. But before I changed professions, I tried working just with a different class. So I went to like an inner city, and whoo, talk about compassion. But the environment was toxic. My coworkers were toxic, and I did that one school, like I did it for a school year in the summer. And I said, no, I need a brain break. Parents, it just got to be a lot. And then that was. I didn't realize that was all a part of the universe moving me around to get me to go in a certain direction. But it just happens so naturally, so subtly. You don't realize that you're really being provided for and taken care of, and moved around. You don't, because you're just doing you're just going through your everyday. But taking my business more seriously. Learning more, being introduced to more, like the herbs and stuff, is something that I feel like a very strong pull towards. So I read up, but books, that's something that, that I would like. I know that there's like the Herb Encyclopedia or something. Like I want to really get a full understanding of it, and I just see myself, with just herbs and jars all around me, and doing a lot of healing work and things like that. But in the meantime and in between time, Hirataki, is that how you pronounce it? Listen, reading is the best way to, word of mouth is great, yes. And people can only give you knowledge as far as the knowledge that they have. So, yeah. Listen, I save the jars after like like if I have coffee, some of the this one particular kind that I liked came in glass jars. I have a bunch of those, and I use them for everything. My nephew just gave me some mugwort. It grows so many jars. Mugwort grows where he lives, so he dried it out and gave me some. I know you can mix it when you like, but I kind of don't want to know what it does to me. Like I don't know. Thrift stores is a great idea because they'll be in all kinds of shapes and stuff. Wow. And I keep saying I haven't had spaghetti in a long time. I just said that the other day. Spaghetti used to be my thing, but it's me and my daughter right now. So, and she's 21, so you can cook mugwort. It opens you up, like opens you up. That's what you mean? I know some people use it for like maybe not a hallucinogen, but maybe opening up. Maybe that's what they mean. So do I have to mix it with another type of herb, or do I just partake with it on its own? I mean, on its own. Cause even that, after I learned that about this hypoglycemia business, that's something that I don't really do too often. If I do, I do a couple pull. Oh, either way, I take a couple pulls and that's it because it drops my blood sugar. That makes sense. So you know what that makes sense. Maybe I'll give it a try. I've had it for a while. It's in a jar. I've had it for everything to me is a couple weeks. It could have been a couple months, but I would just say a couple weeks. Like everything is around the corner, and it's not really necessarily around the corner, but it's around the corner to me. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. At least I'm home, you know. Mary Jane, and I learned after like one time that I fainted and somebody was asking me questions that was there because how I was prepared for it to happen. Like I could feel it in my body that my body is changing. And they was asking me questions. And I'm like, no, this never happened before. And they were like, no, you were too comfortable. Like you pushed the seat back. Like you knew it was happening. And I started thinking back, lemon balm? You are the bomb.com. Lemon balm? Like bomb? I had, and thankfully it's been about maybe 2 months since I've had experienced any like changes. I even my pocketbook is in the car. I bought these tablets because my mom has it, but she has a lot of things. But I've been around to like help her and stuff, so I know different foods and stuff that lemon balm. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot that. Sorry, I got my hand all on the screen, and I was drinking some water while I'm at it. Yeah, but it was something I didn't connect it to. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look for it. Listen, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that we are all able to exchange, some information and that was just my intention when I went live is just to have a meaningful exchange of energy. you know, and it's I mean I was and am and can do readings if anybody would like, but you know I just wanted to get out the house, get out my thoughts, not my thoughts, those thoughts. I appreciate your presence and everyone that you know that's here, and it's not. I always tell people like it's not about. I feel like the more people you have present in the life, the more chaotic it can get. Um, so yeah, on one hand, having a lot of numbers is great, but on the other hand, it makes it like I feel less pressure when it's a smaller number, and whatever you know, spirit chooses to do during that time is like I just open the space, open the space for a spirit to move through. So you know, I'm grateful that everybody is here. And, you know, we get to chop it up and learn some things. Yes. And somebody over there singing happy birthday. Maybe somebody's expecting some gifts. So maybe some gifts are coming your way. Coming my way. Had a cardinal come to visit us. Maybe major blessings are happening this week for everybody. Okay. Yeah, I have some screenshots. I took my screenshots so I can look into these herbs. Now my question is for the herbalists in the house, where can I just get herbs off of Amazon, like in bulk? Do I just get them off of Amazon? Like, how do you know a trustworthy, listen, flies, please, a trustworthy distributor? Is that what they call them? Like, how do you know? Clear some energy out of here, off of you. An ethically sourced. Okay. And that's been my thing too. Mountain rules. Um, been my thing as far as like stones, you know, crystals and things. Star West Botanical. Okay, and I could play this back. Um, you know, I know everything is you know can be trial and error when purchasing things on the internet. Not for nothing, I do go to Indian and Asian markets. Foraging, there's one shop that I like. It was in New York called Crystal Connection. They have they gutted out a church, and it's filled with crystals everywhere. Oh my gosh, the power there was so strong. Me and my daughter started getting a headache just from all of the energy in there. But yeah, foraging, I haven't done it too much, but this is the time. That's how my nephew found out that mugwort grew in his area. Just by, you know, and a lot of things, you know, grow naturally around us, but they make it, tell us that everything is weeds and to kill it. And here it is, really things that are good for you. Listen, Moldavite, whew, Moldavite is what shook things up for me. I thought I was big and bad, like, oh yeah, I'm ready for things to fall away to, and not too soon after that, my car died out of nowhere, and I haven't had a car since. But everything will be replaced in its own time. This has really been great. I appreciate everybody's presence. I really do. This is sandalwood. This is one that I got from the Indian. It was a case of them that I got from the Indian market. And listen, this thing is how many come in the box? I think it was 6 of these for $1.99. That's very smart. Listen, it's literally in your yard. Yeah, this was for 6 of these was $1.99. I had to ask the lady like, is that all? I picked up so many. $1.99, and it smells so rich. You know, I use Dragon Blood. Really smells good to me. It really feels good to me, and I haven't been able to find it in a while. And I tried one place that I think I came across them on TikTok, and I bought Dragon's Blood from them, like the bundle that you like the bundle, and it stunk so bad. So I don't know if that was a bad batch. I just never tried again after that. Yeah, see, you just so what do you do to let it dry out? Do you let it sit out? Do you to dry out? I had my neighbor when I lived in New York. They were growing sage and basil, I think, and they used to let me pick it. But then I realized that I need like I would like one little leaf, and I realized that I needed a lot of it, so I didn't want to like keep picking out all their sage and basil. Yeah, these are the things that it's time to get back to, the things of old. So when people say new age spirituality is hilarious. Okay. That's a good idea. Not to cut your grass. Or anybody, they people would think you're doing them a favor if you just go pick the dandelions out of their out of their yard. They don't understand that it's really a great herb for you. That they have trained your brain, conditioned you to think it's a weed and to kill it. It's crazy here. And then do what with it? Dandelion flowers and honey. Listen, I'm learning so much. Some more oracle cards. Listen to me. Oh my goodness. And make a drying rack. That is so freaking smart. And God knows I need the space to be able to do these things. So I can have my little, not little, but my home set up the way that I deserve to have it set up. which is all the spiritual things. I've seen somebody do that. I've seen somebody do that. No. Okay, somebody new in the room. Hey, how you doing? No, I've never. No, and you could just exit stage left with the nonsense. Thank you. You and me both. Yes. So much knowledge in the room. And individuals that are not afraid to share, because some people are not as giving with information, unfortunately. So I'm grateful that you're even willing to share. Pull a couple more cards and I think I'm gonna get up out of here. And I know that smelled delicious. And I've seen recently, I know it was a thing before with, what is that called? I can't think of it. Not lavender, but it comes like on a long branch, and people was running to like Bed Bath and Beyond to go get these, not peppermint, but it's something that you hang in your shower, and it gives it like a nice aroma for like a spa kind of feel. And that's what I'm doing with roses also. That's what I was saying. Please know the power of your eucalyptus. Thank you. Yes. Please know the power of your voice. Remember I was saying that earlier about speaking up for yourself. That's me hardly talk about this, and when I talk, people. Yeah, listen. This card just came out. Using the power of your voice. Dolphins may be significant to some of you. Water, like me, I love the water. Just being around it, listening to it. That's why this card is blue. The blue is the color of your throat chakra. Period, mystic, okay? I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. It's very important. And that's something as a fully adult woman that I didn't realize was also ways of showing yourself love. We think like self-esteem and I dress this meat suit up nice and, all that kind of stuff. But showing yourself love is really saying no when you want to say no and not saying yes when you want to say no. Or just letting people know that, no, I don't. Yes. Listen, every time I take a shower, one thing I learned too is bathing meaningfully. Your intention is the power. Your words are your wand. That's where the power is, in your words. When I take a shower, first of all, when I bathe, I take my time and I appreciate these limbs for keeping me going for 43 years. About to be 44 years around the sun. But I speak in that word. Yesterday, twice I've had 2 separate times. Yesterday, this headache came on me out of nowhere. Me and my daughter were out. Actually, we were coming from this park that I like to go to because I could put my feet in the water. And as I'm driving, it just came on me like, ugh. I took a shower, but when I got as I'm getting in the shower, I'm speaking my intentions on what this water is, what I need this water to do for me. And I got in the shower and I let that water run right here, like not as hot as I could take it, but it was a good temperature. It was relieving that pain instantly. Do you hear me? Instantly. Water is a very, if you think about it, a lot of these wonders of the world, or I don't know if it's necessarily wonders of the world, but like Grand Canyon, things like that, it starts with a drop of water. Like a drop of water in the same place could put a hole in a boulder. Yes, like water is very powerful and it takes shapes, and that's something I learned on TikTok. And that's what it felt like. It didn't feel like a headache from nothing. It felt like my whole crown was like, I don't know. And then I started hearing things. I told, because my daughter, she started her spiritual journey like around the same time as me. And I said, maybe I'm able to hear in different dimensions. I don't know. But I was like hearing, it was weird. But I took the shower and let it run right here. Oh my gosh. And then I told her, like, when I scratch my head, like, just rub it. It didn't feel like it was, I can't explain it. It didn't feel like an actual headache. It felt like whatever it was like just like on the surface. That's the best way I can explain it. Yeah, and it just came on me out of nowhere yesterday. Like I know because of that hypo, whatever it is, I don't even like to speak it. I know I can't go a long time without eating, and I have to be mindful. But I knew I had just eaten maybe 2 or 3 hours prior. It wasn't like all day like I can go sometimes. Yeah, I definitely believe it was that, and I didn't even know that was a thing. Path awareness. If I sincerely ask, I am always guided back to the right path for me, to my central purpose. And it's all about using your words, speaking your truth, being true to yourself. Stingy needle? Wait. I would definitely do that, Mystic. Stingy needle? I'm going to have to screenshot that. I got a lot of... Oh, and I forgot I can put 3 fingers on my phone and screenshot. I'm fancy. And I usually do that, Mystic, but I don't do it every day. And I should, every day we should protect and ground ourselves. And that's what I was telling my daughter yesterday. Being new to this way of life, this way of existing, these things have to become second nature. The same way I could spit those Bible verses, this has to become second nature. And I am mindful of my thoughts, of the thoughts that I have in the mornings. Oh, and you know what? Yesterday, I told you I was at the park, and it was usually, that's my 3rd or 4th time being there, and usually it's not as busy, but yesterday it was a lot of people there. A lot, like the area that I go to where you can sit on the rocks and put your feet in water, it was a lot of people there. So, yeah, and I haven't really been covering my head too much. When I'm out, usually I like wear a hat or something, and I didn't do that. And that could be it too. I'll definitely believe that. Yes. Anything else for these beings? Okay, Time of Fallow came out again. Creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and honored my time of fallow. So this is just, I feel like outside of getting more information, more knowledge about taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, honoring yourself. And you see again, she's her words, she's speaking her truth. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the love. I appreciate you and you and you and you. Honor yourself. Which is very wise. That's something when I did work, and I used to have my I used to work at Amazon. I was a supervisor at I ended up being a supervisor at Amazon when I moved. And but I'm gonna tell you something. That job helped me to really control my emotions. So for that, and it relocated me, which I wanted to do. That was my goal. I'm gonna use this job to like, move around, and I did that. But that job really helped me to control my emotions and uh, transmute energy. Yeah, people used to say, "I'm not like everybody else flipping their wig," and my higher ups flipping their wig, and I'm just as cool as a cucumber. But I remember it would be like a little circle area where I can go from my area to another area and back around to mine. So people used to know when I say I got to go take a walk. In my mind, I'm taking a walk in the park on a fall day, and it's all the beautiful trees and the leaves. And I would just take a quick walk around, take my walk in the park, come back, and I'm good as new. And they didn't understand that. And I'm like, listen, because it's all up here. It's literally, I used to enjoy it on walks. It's all in your mind. It's all of those thoughts. And I try to get out of the habit of saying my thoughts because they're not. Intrusive thoughts, they intrude. So they don't grow legs in life until I attach my energy to it, and then I bring it into reality. So, that job really helped me to do that. A 100%, 100%. I agree with that 100%. And then those who don't know that they hold the same power, they look at you like, look, this is the third time now. If you don't get no message from this live today, besides the knowledge that has been given to each other, it is a time to surrender. Put your hands up like you're on a roller coaster. Because sometimes that's how life can feel too. Put your hands up and just trust that you are in the best possible place. Every moment, I am right where I'm supposed to be. Chaos could be happening around you. You're right where you're supposed to be. Because sometimes it's not even about you. You never know that people are watching you, especially if you are, people are used to you being in a certain way, and now your life is changing, and they're watching you to see if you really believe the things you say. So if things are going on around you, right back at you, spirit goddess, right back at you. They're looking at you to see if you're going to choke up, and you're in this human flesh, so every day you're not going to get, be on 100 all the time, but your people are watching you, and your life and your ways could really encourage someone else, or like, this is going on. How are you not freaking out? Because I know that I'm a guided, protected, and loved being. So before I would be frantic, like I said, I haven't physically worked anywhere. Money comes when it comes, gifts come when they come. And I don't worry about the things that I don't have. That's the thing that I've learned to do, not worry about the things that I don't have. I don't compare my life to other people's, what they have going on. People want to come in here. I don't compare. I know that I'm chill and I'm right. I'm good. And what's meant for me does not miss me. It does not miss me. Asking opens a pathway. When I ask questions of my inner being, I discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me. The answers are within you. Trusting yourself. That's what keeps coming to me this whole time is trusting yourself. Trusting that you, yeah. But that's the thing. That society, because society says you have to have these things. Absolutely, that you have to be successful. You have to have these things. So when you don't have those things, or they don't look as good as someone else's, naturally, one could start feeling down about themselves. Definitely, definitely. That's a part of trusting yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of trusting yourself. That happened today. A friend of mine, I haven't seen her in a while, talked to her in a while, and it was a message that I had to give to her, and I told her, definitely. And I said, I know this is random, but blah, 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 blah. I'm learning to trust myself. Really? Yeah, it's all a part of the growing and the knowing and the trusting. And that's 100% where I am. Is like just knowing the power, trusting the power, and walking in it. 100%. 100%. And listen, Mystic, I tell people that all the time. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you anything. I'm not going to say I don't care what you think, but I don't. And, it's being in this energy now, dating already is, anyway. But, like, because, the first few questions when you meet somebody is, oh, well, what do you do? And I say, I live for a living. Like, I live for a living. Oh, yeah, but, like, what do you do? No, I do this. I do me. And at first they're like, oh, yeah, it's great. Like, I'm all for it. And then after a while, they, start questioning, like, okay, so when are you going to work? Or I don't. And it's cool. And those that are meant to be in my energy and I'm meant to be in theirs, they stick around. And those that don't, they just phase right on out. Period. And I rest when I need to rest. That was my main thing when I first started working last year, being still. It was the hardest thing for me to do. I would still get up for 2 weeks straight. I still got up and got dressed and just went for a walk or busying myself. And I thought, okay, well, I'm not working now, so I could start like really focusing on making jewelry. And Spirit said, it ain't the time for that. Sit your tail down. And after a while, after I felt like they were laughing at me, like, look at you, like, who are you trying to impress? Mind you, I'm 3 hours away from my family and stuff, so nobody knew really what was going on unless I was led to, like, really, if it was like a financial thing or food or whatever, and I was led to a specific person, but it was just me and my daughter out there, and she's going through her own journey. So listen, that thing right there, even now, but it don't feel the same because I was really stretched during that cocooning phase. I was really stretched. So now, I'll lay down. I'm gonna lay down my burden. No, I'm chill, like, because now I don't care. Before I cared, like being somebody calling you lazy really was offensive. It really made me feel like, anybody. You don't want, but now, yeah. And what's wrong with that? It is very hard. It is very hard. It was very hard. But that year and that year and a half that I was away, I learned that the job is what took me away from everybody, but God really had a bigger plan because I would not be able to ascend to the heights that I have at that time, being around my family. It would have been hard. I'm not saying I wouldn't have been able to. It would have been harder. because everybody's watching. So once that cocooning phase was over and now my wings is nice and strong, I was brought back. And then that was a test within itself. Are you able to stand flat-footed in who you know you are, knowing that everybody is watching you? And they remember the version of you of old. Are you able to stand in your truth now? And for the first couple of weeks, it was a little weird, but don't you hate that? Like, I had my plan. It all sounded like, it was going to work out. And the best thing you can do is to be obedient to that, because Spirit has something greater, something better. And during that time of, I don't even like saying waiting, because even saying waiting in itself sounds like burdensome. But in that time of you working in patience, it's still things in there for you to get. It's still lessons, or that is still in there for you to get. I always say, like, I enjoy a serendipitous life. I enjoy the unfolding, and when I get to whatever the desired end is for that time, yay. But I enjoy the unfolding. So, it's all been a journey. It's literally a journey, because I am just not the same as I used to be. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing. Most definitely. Yeah, listen, let me tell you, one of my last videos I made, so the other day, I know that I'm a multimillionaire. I know I am the one that brings, you hear these birds out here? Yes, I know I'm telling the truth. Thank you for the confirmation. I know that I'm the one that brings the generational wealth into my family. And whichever way that comes, that I don't know. Even though I do have written in my magical book that I'm the jackpot lottery winner. But I won't keep it just, focused on that. So the other day, I felt led to get a lottery ticket. And I'm like, okay, Spirit, if this is, am I supposed to go get this lottery ticket, this winning ticket? Show me XYZ. Some time goes by, I see XYZ. So I go get a ticket. And I just looked at it today. It ain't no winning number on there. So then I was thinking, like, things didn't work out in the way that I thought. But the lesson is, are you going to listen when we speak? Are you going to listen when you feel the nudge? It's like everything is a lesson and a blessing all wrapped into one. So I had my little moment, and then I got dressed and came outside. And here we are. So you got to just be willing to surrender to the timeouts, the not right nows, the it's around the corner and not them, because it's all for your greater good. At least that's the lessons that I'm learning. At least that's the lessons that I'm learning. But it's like, okay, that's why I knew that there's more than just me that's in that same energy of, living in our patience and being patient and in expectancy, but without the anxiety. Without the worry attached. It's just like, I know it's here, I know it's mine. We just gotta sync up, and that time will come. It's coming every day. Every day. Just appreciate what is seemingly the little. Show gratitude in everything. My courage My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening in a deep relationship with myself. If I didn't just say that. All the flowers. Show yourself some love. Love on yourself. Right? Right. Love on yourself. If you got nothing else, surrender. Speak your truth. Be in your power. Don't be afraid to exist in your power because you are powerful. And your energy speaks for itself. Hey, Jade. Welcome in. I'm wrapping up now. I think I'm one of the last ones left at the park. But I appreciate every last one of you beauties hanging out with me this afternoon, this evening, because I see now it's 8:12. Wow. Thank you for the knowledge, for the screenshots I was able to get. Hopefully we can meet back here again, because I know this is something that, oh, it's so great to be in your energy and in your space. Hopefully we could do this again very soon. This is something that I know Spirit is telling me to do more of, is just sharing my energy with yes, and right back to you, to each and every one of you successful, creative, prosperous beings. Much love to you, much prosperity, and we'll all meet again. I love y'all. I love y'all. Yes. Until we meet again. All right. I don't know how to get out of here. It's going to be very awkward. Have a good night, everybody.